Hello everyone. We are live. It's 5 o'clock. It's after 5 actually. I am getting off from work and I'm trying to get to a better place where internet will do us well. But if you are catching the replay on this, I want to say hello to you. Let me say a very, very special hello to all of the new subscribers who have come in. Um, Thank you so much. I appreciate you hitting that subscribe button. I really, really appreciate it. If you are so inclined, feel free to share out the videos. We do a variety of topics over here. And so I wanted to just come today from just, it'll be a little mixed like it normally is. Uh, I kind of tend to ramble sometimes, but if I say something, I just feel like it need to be said. Kind of like today. Hello, everybody. How you doing? Green grass grows. How you doing, sis? Good to see you. I need to talk to you and catch up. How are you doing? My Renaissance grandma. Hello, how are you doing? Good to see you. Hello to everybody. Hi, Kathy B. How are you doing? Good to see you, sis. Good to see you. LT, hello. How you doing? Hello. Good to see you. And to the others watching, hello to you as well. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. I do not take it lightly. So I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. But what are y'all doing today? What are you growing? Let me tell y'all about, I made a discovery yesterday on the homestead. Oh, but let me know, wait a minute. Let me know that you can hear me okay. Um, Video is okay. You can hear me okay. I'm going to try to go a different direction today, leaving work, to see if it'll be better than the route that I normally take, to see if the internet will kind of stay more consistent. I wanted to kind of wait until I got back to the homestead before I started the live, but I was in the bushes on African Dreaming Live today, and he was like, you know, told y'all what to do, told y'all how to come into my chat today. Me and him gonna have to have a come to Jesus meeting about that kind of stuff. But let's see. I okay. Hey, Black Guns and Gardens, how you doing? You got spinach and kale growing really well. Nice. I'm glad to hear that. I'm really glad to hear that. I'm glad you got spinach and kale. Um, what varieties? Let me know what varieties that you are growing. I just heard some stuff recently about the lacinato kale, that it was like superior in a lot of ways to some of the other species of kale. I don't know how true it is, but I kind of believe it, because like there's something great about it. I can tell there's something great about it. Just the look of it. It looks like some of the stuff from back in, like before things started getting GMO produced and all of that type of stuff. It looks more like the original stuff than some of the other varieties of kale. How you doing, Timor? How you doing, sis? Roro Latrice, how you doing today? Good to see you. And so we are always learning, absolutely always learning. Katie, how you doing? Good to see you. I'm getting off from work, so I'm gonna be glancing at y'all because I'm actually about to get on the road now. Oh my God, there was a huge rat just toppled over in the road. But anyway, I wanted to talk to y'all today because I want to get y'all's opinion on something. Because I have an opinion, and I always say have an opinion, and so hey, I'll give my little opinion. Okay, just how I feel about the whole life situation. Got an opinion? Go ahead and give your opinion. So, so I was just thinking that probably a lot of times we just shouldn't. I'm starting to think that even when people ask for my opinion or what I think or any of the above, I'm just going to start keeping things to myself. Because let me tell you, I have been looking at some stuff, and I know a lot of y'all probably saw this girl talking about, y'all remember Judge Mathis from the TV show, the court show, the TV court show, Judge Mathis. I know most of us who come to this channel, we know who Judge Mathis is. And so Judge Mathis has a history, of talking to people in a way that people from his area, they know, like that type of conversation. It's just like me being from the country. We talk our country lingo, our slang, our whatever. And when we are from the same areas or even from the same states, like we understand the language, we understand the slang. Like from Atlanta, they have a different type of lingo than we had growing up in South Georgia. It's just some stuff that I just didn't know about until I got some G Tribe members who are from the Atlanta area, and they'll say some stuff and I'll be like, what you talking about? And then we be talking about the same thing, but we just had different lingo. So Judge Mathis is one of those guys where, he would get on the show and he would ask people, you on crack? And it's freaking hilarious to me because this just me. All right. I think it's hilarious. Um, and Judge Mathis, if you've never watched the show before, Judge Mathis has been for decades trying to help young and old people alike who come in front of him, who come into his courtroom. Young and old alike. He has been, for all of these years, all the time that I have seen him, he has always been trying to help people. He has always been like, when the young people come in, if they're on the wrong path, if they're just doing some nonsense, some foolishness, just out there in the streets, like not really living up to what their potential could be. Judge Mathis was the judge that didn't just, slap them down, just beat them down. He would actually provide resources to help these young people. If he had somebody who came into his courtroom and they told him the truth, when he asked them, are you on crack? And they came into his courtroom and they said, Judge, I have been trying. I have struggled and I'm still struggling. Judge Mathis is the kind of guy where he would say, okay, I'm going to get you some help. Do you want the help, though? That was his question. That was always his question. Do you want the help? Hey, Miss Native Cherokee, how are you doing? Hey, Martika, how are you doing? D Jackson, how are you? Oh my God, you're talking to me. Same here. Yeah. Hey, Sapphire Diamonds and Pearls, how are you doing? You can ride with me anytime. You can ride with me anytime. I am just getting off work, and so I wanted to come on and just talk about something that was on my mind, on my heart. And so Judge Mathis is always going to ask you, do you want the help? Because listen, at the end of the day, you can't help anybody that doesn't want help. What can you can't force anybody to do anything. So it resonated with me, especially today, as I was going through, I'm still like really new to my job. Only been there for, well, I've been there longer than y'all know, but I've only been there for a few months. And in that job, when I first came into the job, um, my manager said, yeah, it's gonna probably take you about 2 years to catch everything that we do. And I'm like, yeah, okay. I don't know if I'll be around for 2 years, but okay, let's get it. Let's go forward. Let's put in some effort. Let's put in some discipline. Let's get up at 4 a.m. in the morning, Jesus. Let's go ahead and get up. Let's get our attitude together. Don't like Tamara Brown said, even if you can't have a good day, baby, don't go messing up nobody else's day. And that stuff is just like sticking with me today. It's coming to me today, and it's been deep in my spirit today. And so you can't help anybody who does not want help from you. And so we need to mind our own business. To be honest, to be totally honest with you, we need to mind our own business. We need to start minding our own business. We need to start making sure that we are taken care of. Make sure that you taken care of. Make sure that what you need is in order. When it comes to trying to tell people what to do with their life, people don't want us telling them what to do with their life. And rightfully so. Guess what? I don't want nobody telling me what to do with mine either. But when y'all give me constructive criticism, when you give me constructive feedback, guess what I do? Listen. I weed through, I take what I want, and I leave what I don't laying to the side. But I heard everything you said, but I leave what I don't want laying to the side. And other people are the same way. And I need to consider that. I need to be considerate of that. And so back to my Judge Mathis. I love me some Judge Mathis. So Judge Mathis would call people like, I know you're a crackhead. You act like a crackhead. You have crackhead behavior. But he dealing with people. Most of those people came from his community. Most of those people came from the area that he grew up in, Detroit, up in the Chicago area. They understand each other. They have an understanding with each other. Then you have some post-millennial person coming in and trying to totally destroy Judge Mathis' name. Trying to destroy his credibility, trying to destroy everything that he has worked for. When this man is working in schools, he is working with young juvenile delinquents, he always tells you his story of before he became a judge, how he had to start life over again. Because being locked up, being on some of the stuff that he did, being a juvenile delinquent himself, he's saying, listen, I learned some lessons. There were some things that I learned in life. And you don't have to go down the same path. You don't have to do this. You don't have to be the type of person where you have to learn everything the hard way. You're messing up your family. Don't you know that when you do something as a child, way outside of what your parents taught you. You know you grew up in a good home. But when you do things outside of what your parents taught you, when you forget about your home training, as we say in South Georgia, you are going to cause so much trouble for your father and for your mother and for your siblings. And then when you get married, when you're doing things that are going to harm yourself for your wife, who is your first caregiver, for your children who love you dearly. And so how can we just walk away? How can we just turn away? How can we just turn our backs and say, you know what? You got it. It's complicated. It's hard to do, but it must be done when you are dealing with people who don't want to be helped. You have to fall back. You have to make sure that you are taken care of and you are at peace, because you can't control anybody else. You can't control what anybody else wants to do with their life. You can't control any of that. It's hard. But if you want to go further for yourself, or you want to simply live a life of peace, you're going to have to fall back off of some of these people that don't want help. It's the same way when I'm talking to people about gardening. I have started even trying to avoid it at some times, because I realize that some people just don't want to be helped. They don't want your help. And you should put the help where it is wanted. That's why certain type of videos I'll never do again. Because I realize that people don't want that from you. They don't want your help when it comes to certain things, and that's okay. Starduster 2, Starduster, shame, 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 shame. I'm going to get you. I couldn't call you because I was at work. Starduster, how you doing? Hi, Linda. How you doing? I'm telling you that sometimes we just have to focus on our own individual peace. Focus on our own stuff. If I can help, then that's what matters. If you, wait, hold on, let me see that again. If I can help one, then that's what matters. We talking about people that don't want your help. That's what we talking about, Miss Nader. The ones who don't want your help. And they may even feel like they don't need your help, especially if they're an adult. They may feel like, I don't need your help. You don't tell me nothing. You don't control me. You don't tell me what to do. And that's fine. That's fine. That's what I'm talking about. You have to learn when and where to fall all the way back and let people live their life and you live yours. My whole purpose in life is to help people. I do. That's what I do. You know how people say, if you're looking for your passion in life, what is that thing that you do that you don't get paid for, but you still do it and it's not a thing? Help people. That's just who I am. It's who I've always been. I can think back to times when I was, oh my gosh, I hope she ain't watching, but if she is, I was in high school. I was in high school, and I had this one friend who always came to school, and just like the odor just was not the best. Okay. And so I took this friend into the restroom one day because all of us, you know, we cared about each other. We loved each other. We wanted to see the best for each other. And sometimes you're going to have to say some stuff that really embarrasses people that you love. But sometimes the truth just hurts a lot, actually. A lot. The truth just hurts a lot sometimes. And so it's hard to say things to people. But I took this friend into the bathroom and was like, listen, if you have, if by the time we finish playing ball or before we get started, if you have issues, I took the little brown, rough, rugged, y'all remember those brown paper towels that you pull out of the metal box? Took those paper towels, showed her how to fill that bad boy up with some soap, lean your arms over this sink and wash your arms, because people out here talking about you. People are dogging you. They talking about you so bad. And I don't like it as your friend. I don't want you running around having body odor, especially when it's something that you can control. And when we young and the hormones are raging and all of this stuff, like, you know, you really got to stay on top of that stuff. And not one time did that friend say to me, I don't want your help with telling me how to clean myself, because it was apparent that there was something off. There was obviously something that wasn't learned, or there was obviously something that was forgotten. Or either she just did not realize that she had that severe of a problem that people would be dogging. Y'all know kids are cruel. Kids are cruel. I don't know if kids were like that where y'all grew up, but where I grew up in South Georgia, kids were cruel. They weren't gonna they would not tell you that you had a booger hanging out your nose. They would just start cracking on you and trying to make themselves look here and you here. They didn't care about helping you. But me, I wasn't raised like that. I was one of them kids where we had to come out the house with the grease all over your face and you be looking like you could fry a little chicken, but you glistening, baby. Because the parents weren't having that. Mama just wasn't about to send you out any type of way. She wasn't about to send you out in the street any type of way. To give somebody something else. To give somebody something else to come after you with. You already can't help how you look. So if your nose too big, guess what kids are going to do? They're going to tell you about it. If your eyes too far apart, they're going to tell you about it. All of the stuff that you can't do nothing about, they're going to tell you about all of it. They cruel. So today, when you look at somebody, hey G Mama, hey, how you doing? Miss Maria, how you doing? Good to see you. Linda said kids are still cruel these days too. I would let you know about that boogie. Yeah, like a lot of them, they don't care. They don't care. You're so right about people not really wanting help. They want to complain. Come on, they want to complain that they can't do this. I appreciate your info. You're very helpful with your videos and shorts is wonderful. Well, I appreciate that. It's nice to hear that from time to time. I really appreciate that, Miss Linda. But I'm just going to make sure that I am not injecting myself into people's lives anymore. Every time somebody says something to me, I really listen and I really take in what they're saying to me. And so when somebody says, you need to back away, guess what I'm going to do? Back away. When somebody start acting funny, acting different, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to back away. You don't want the help, guess what? Backing away and minding my own business and letting other people mind their own business. I had somebody asking me about gardening. And then guess what? When I started giving all of this gardening information, they were like, I could never do that. Why are you bothering me? If you defeat yourself from the start, or if you make excuses from the start, why are you bothering me? Don't bother me. I'm going to save my information for my YouTube channel. If you want some information about it, come there next time. Don't bother me. If your question's simple, don't bother me. Go to my YouTube channel. If it's not something that you really truly need an answer to, leave me alone. Stop bothering me. Because guess what? I'm not going to bother you anymore either. It's just frustrating when you try and you try so hard and you don't have any ill intent. Like there's nothing malicious about what you're trying to do. It's just help. But sometimes people just don't want your help. So you got to learn how to let it go. Learn how to fall back. And learn how to be great on your own. Learn how to be great for those who want to also be great. And stop trying to force people who don't want anything to want the same things that you want. I had someone say to me one time, sometimes you don't even realize that just you knowing something that somebody else doesn't know, or you having a level of discipline that somebody else doesn't have, that angers them because they ain't there yet. But guess what? It's not your job to wait on anybody else to want to do better for their life. One of my closest friends, when we first moved to Tallahassee, we couldn't even have a conversation anymore. And she, in so many words, let me know that I can go on and live my life without her. Let me know that I could go on and live my great life without her because she didn't want to hear it. She didn't want to hear the fact that I went from an $80 a month block apartment with a broken out window pane and and the door, if you bump it one good time with your shoulder, that bad boy was open with a window air conditioner, no insulation, one of them 19, what it had to been like a 1970s heater that you had to get a long lighter to light that bad boy with, or either you turn the gas on and you flick and throw a match to light it. Yeah, one of those. She didn't want to hear that I ain't have to do that anymore. And here I am thinking, okay, she's single. She don't have no kids. She really don't have nothing holding her back. Maybe this person can come here too. Live a better life. Like, you a whole adult. You a real adult. You can maybe come here. You can maybe live a better life make a better life for yourself. But instead of her seeing, dang, she just invited me to come and do something better with my life, she saw, why you just bragging like that? Why you just bragging now that you don't have to stay in the $80 block, no insulation apartment, and be freezing during the winter and burning up during the summer? So my point is, everybody don't want your help. So mind your own business. I ain't telling y'all to mind your own business. I'm saying I'm going to mind mine. I'm going to mind my own business. And keep on living off grid. and not be able to run the lights all day and then just wait for the bill to come in. I'm gonna mind my own business and keep on going to the store to buy this $3 and something a gallon gas to put in the generator, and have a little extra on hand just in case in the middle of the night one night I gotta walk outside, turn that bad boy on, because I'm over 40 and my vision ain't the greatest anymore. I'm gonna start minding my own business so that I can sleep solid, sleep a full night, and don't have to think about nobody else's issues. This is why I'm going to mind my own business. I'm going to mind my own business, because guess what I'm not going to do? I'm not fixing to pay $10 for no doggone tomato. I don't care how pretty it is. I'm going to mind my own business. And I'm not going to tell anybody else anymore. I'm lying, but I ain't going to tell nobody else no more that, guess what? If you don't go and stock up some food, store some food for yourself, you gonna be in trouble, because them tomatoes out there $4.99 per pound, each pound, when I got tomatoes growing on the garden, growing all over the homestead. I saw a random tomato. Eco Neighbor will drop a food crop anywhere. I saw this random tomato. I'm sorry, y'all. I can't. I'm on I-10, so I can't really see your comments. But keep them coming, because I'm gonna come back and see y'all's comments. He will drop a tomato plant, a pepper plant, some squash, some corn. He'll drop it anywhere. Okay. And I saw the roughest looking tomato plant yesterday, just randomly, as I was walking around the homestead after work. I'm walking around and I'm looking, and I'm just like, looking at my citrus trees, because my citrus trees they coming back. They thriving. They coming back. That 17 degrees did a number on them. But the majority of them are bouncing back. So I'm walking around, I'm looking, I'm planning, like, okay, this tree is doing well, this tree needs this tree needs that. I need to give this one some banana water. I need to give this one just kind of planning, right? And all of a sudden, out the corner of my eye, I see a bush that is loaded with tomatoes. And I'm like, what the what? Why is this tomato plant sitting over here? Tomato plant literally sitting over here full of tomatoes. I knew nothing about it. The leaves looking rough, but the tomatoes looking good. And it's a lot of them on that plant too. And I'm like, boy, that eco neighbor. That eco neighbor, he will sit one anywhere. And that plant, they have no business right there. But that's where he wanted to sit it. And that baby is thriving. I don't know if he been fertilizing it. I don't know what has happened with that plant, but it's just sitting there and it is thriving. And I'm like, dang, I could have cleaned it up. I could have made it look good for a video. I could have, I'm thinking about all of the other stuff. But then I'm like, that plant is thriving without you, ma'am. That plant is doing just fine. You hadn't touched that plant. You didn't know that plant was even there. And guess what? That plant is still thriving without you. It's gonna be fine. And so I was like, dang, well, let me mind my business then. Because it's thriving without me. It's doing its thing without me. Sometimes you just got to learn how to let things be. Let things go. Mind your business. I'm a mind mine. If you're a helper and that's what you do, continue to do that. Continue to be great. Continue to work in your passion. Continue to do whatever it is that you want to do for yourself, for your life, for your family. But there's sometimes where you just gotta mind your business. If I saw that tomato over there and it's all wild and all of the flowers are dying off of that tomato plant, then guess what? Then I'll step in. If it's about to die, I will step in. But otherwise, it was doing fine. It did fine. It was doing just fine. But I am on this interstate, y'all, so I'm gonna get off of here. But I just wanted to come on and get some thoughts off of my mind, because y'all my friends. I don't have nobody else to share this with, who's just as passionate about this stuff as me, who's just as passionate about growing and, not just growing in the garden, but growing as a person, growing as an individual. Y'all the ones that want it, at least this part of it. Y'all want it. So I just came on to share some thoughts with y'all. And I'm going to get off of here since I'm driving alone today. I'm going to get off of here, and I hope you all have a beautiful and blessed day. If somebody else can use it, if you'd like to share the video out, I always appreciate it. And I'm grateful to you. So y'all have a great day, and I will see you on the next one. Peace and love, family.